Alright, here we are with the butane part of the stove, and I'll show you what it looks like before I fire it up, just in case you're curious as to what you've got here. We took the pocket rocket part of the stove apart. We kept this from the pocket rocket. This is Jarrett's insert that he puts in here that then comes around the other side and allows us to screw the top piece of the pocket rocket on here. This piece can come off. I don't know if it's necessary or what it does, but I'm leaving it on there for right now. Alright. Works as a pot stand for the pocket rocket. This works just like any other stove. Starting at 55 seconds, we're going to give it a little more flame there. As you can see, that is really hot. And I know these things can boil water fast. And if you're ever wanting to boil water, this is probably your first choice. The propane, and I'll even show you inside. Still don't know that little tripod thing does in there. Maybe it spreads the flame out a little bit. Probably can't see it. That is bright orange, that centerpiece that we had in there. These things boil water fast. It is the optimal way to go if you're just looking to boil water. But having this piece allows you to do the butane, as you see here, allows you to do the alcohol when you get somewhere camping and they don't have the butane. If you're camping on the side of the highway, or if you're camping out in the woods and they don't have all the camp supplies like this, allows you to bring the alcohol, heat. A lot of different types of alcohol. That's just one that I use. So this is, I think I actually may see why they put that little triangle on top there. It kind of breaks the flame up into 3 different areas and lets it spread out over the course of the pot there. We're at 2 minutes and I think it's 30 seconds. And generally, you can get a boil in under 3 minutes with these things. So, I'll see. I don't know if the distance that Jarrett has here is the same as the distance that these other little pocket stoves have. But I think we have a boil actually. No, it's just starting. It's just starting to get a boil. But not a full boil yet. But you can see that's one speed, and these things may have some adjustment. You can open them suckers up, or you can bring them back down. Oh, I was talking about so much, and we way past the rolling boil there, and under 330. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but 2 something. And these things let you tune it down. I'm gonna go ahead and we're past the boil now. Tune it down. Let you see that you can adjust with the adjuster here. This is really nice part about these butane stoves. I'm sorry. So you can get yourself down to a nice little simmer. Just a minute little boil there. And you can bring it pretty close down to nothing. You can't go completely down because they tend to just shut off when they get too low, especially if there's any wind out. And they get to be too tall for any kind of windscreen because of the base being, this much extra space. Your windscreen would have to be up here, sitting up here. And some of them actually have that higher windscreen on the jet ones, like I think it's Flash. A couple of those have windscreens up high. So we're at a low temperature here. So this is as low as we can go. And we're maintaining our boil, but just a little boil, not a lot. So that's, that was 3 minutes. No problem. Got a rolling boil going. But that's butane. That's your surefire, gonna get a boil going. That's all we need is a boil. What makes this stove unique is that it gives you all of the features of the alcohol too. For you alcohol stove people, this gives you all the features of the butane. Now, this part Jarrett did not make for me. Said at some point in the future he may make that along with the stove, and I have to turn it off to show you the other part that he did not make because I have to show you from the top. Find my pot grabby things here. Pull this off of here. And if I show you from the top, that top nozzle there with the tri-sections right there and that top little circle, he did not make that. And he also said that at some point in the future he may make that as well. I hope so, because I had to go out and buy my own. He gave it to me free. I'm not complaining one bit. This was a gift from him for me to test. But what I'm saying is that if he makes the other two parts, it's a complete stove, and well worth the purchase. Some of these stoves that you purchase, they're upwards of $50, $50, $60 for just a propane stove. Some of the stoves that I've purchased that are alcohol stoves can run up in the $30 range and even higher. I know that there's some out there that are up to $100 range now and higher. And there are a lot of different alcohol stoves out there. You add the two of them together and you get yourself a really decent stove with a lot of features. That's all I've got on this stove. I'm going to post some of these videos, get some of your opinions about it, see if I can do some more tests for you maybe. Here's a shot of everything that we're looking at with Jarrett's stove. You got your butane fuel, obviously a lighter, fuel line for the alcohol fuel on this side over here. My pot holder, my pot in the back is the grease pot. And then all the parts that would need to be used for this. This part and this part not supplied by Jarrett. Those would have to come from a pocket rocket or similar type stove. This part and this part also were not supplied by Jarrett, and of course I got my extra little piece of felt in there I was using as a burner on top of that. So that's everything.